Welcome seekers, you have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky and today I bring you another pick a card tarot reading. Now the title of this one is a very special one. What is your life purpose? It's a question that we constantly ask ourselves. Why am I here? What is the meaning of all this? So we're going to use the tarot to try and find the answers to this. We're going to start. The reading is going to break down in three parts. The first part is going to be about just yourself, your personality, your traits, your attributes. Then we're going to use the tarot to kind of provide us with more information about your life purpose. And then towards the end, we're going to use some oracle cards to provide us with some advice and guidance moving forward. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Seekers, in front of you, you have three high priestesses from three different tarot decks. Now I want you to go ahead and choose the high priestess that calls to you the most. Take a moment to just connect with the artwork, the imagery presented to you, the illustration of this beautiful high priestess calling you in and offering you information. So go ahead and take a moment. This right here is group number 1. This right here is group number 2. And group number 3 right here. So take a moment. I will include the timestamps in the description below, and I will see you in your group. Welcome, group number 1. All right, so you picked very beautiful high priestess, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and start just with your attributes, your traits. If you feel that this isn't you, or you just feel like intuitively this is not your group, that's fine. You can pause and then go to a different group that called you. But let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to use some tarot to give us some information about you, group number 1. Who are you? Let's see. Let's see. Oh my goodness. You got the Lover's card. 2 of Swords. 4 of Cups. My. I love these cards. Love these cards. The very first card out is one of the most positive, beautiful cards in the entire tarot. And that is the Lover's card. Okay, this is the card of divine love. And that divine love even encompasses spirit, right? It's the love for everything, the love for spirit, the love for humanity, the love for everyone around you. So you are someone who loves very deeply. I think that you are just someone who sees the beauty in all places, all areas. You see, you're someone who likes to give, to lend a hand, to be more. There's an element of you that's sacrificial. You're willing to sacrifice yourself for the people that you love. You're willing to sacrifice yourself for the greater good. And there is just incredible beauty and power with someone like that. So my goodness, beautiful major arcana to get. The other 2 cards give us a little more information. We've got the 2 of Swords here, was the second card out. You are someone who can't make up their mind, apparently. You have trouble doing this. Maybe this is just an area where, there's a sense of not truly knowing, or maybe there's an uncertainty that takes place. This is a card of the mind, the 2 of Swords is. So I think that you are someone who, you struggle to make logical choices. You struggle to make decisions. I think that maybe you're someone who just weighs the pros and cons very deeply. And then sometimes what ends up happening is that you go into this kind of paralysis, or you really don't know, right? We have here a Viking warrior about to make his next move, but even though he's got all the power in his hand, he's just not able to make the move. He's perplexed, right? There's a lot of seriousness. There's a lot of thinking that's going on here. So it's almost like his mind has taken hold of him. He can't make a decision to save his life. And then with the 4 of Cups, we have here a representation of your emotions. I almost feel like a part of you is a bit bored, right? You're definitely bored with maybe what's going on around you. The fact that the 4 of Cups showed up reversed tells me that that boredom has become something that's very, very, very limiting. You know, it's to the point where it's getting in the way of your progress. It's getting in the way of just your overall life, your experiences, your relationships with other people, possibly. And so, even though you're someone who's filled with this incredible amount of love and care internally, there's definitely some struggle there. And it's almost like, you know, Spirit would like to remind you of this vastness that is inside of you, because the lover's energy is an energy that cannot be held. It cannot be constrained. It only grows and grows and grows. It expands. It's an energy of an increase. And so I think that one of the reasons why you might not be experiencing that increase in your life that the lover's energy provides is because of your inability to make up your mind, and also your emotional distress, your boredom. You're very bored. This boredom can be with your current, current life. It can just be a boredom that comes with not having the person that you want around. Or there's definitely something here with the Four of Cups, you know, that emotionally has you in a bit of a bind, right? So we've got here, I think that one of the reasons why the Four of Cups is showing up right next to the Two of Swords is because your inability to make a decision and maybe potentially, look at it from a logical lens leads to a lot of opportunities not taking part in opportunities, or you not acting on what has been presented that will give you some kind of good result or give you what you want. And so what ends up happening is that this paralysis here ends up affecting you emotionally. And so that boredom just gets even bigger and bigger. And so it's not just boredom, right? The Four of Cups, it's a little more than that. You know, we see here an illustration. This is an illustration of ancient Greece. And we have here a woman who is putting a hex on somebody. She's throwing this hex down the well. You know, this is some kind of Greece lore, right? When you wanted to hex someone. But the fact that she's doing this, right, comes from a place of deep rooted malice. But at the same time, that malice is because she wants change to occur. She wants something to happen quickly, right? She doesn't want to keep going through the same old. She wants something new and radical to come, and maybe potentially, offer her the entertainment or the fulfillment that she's seeking. And so, I think that one of the things that Spirit is telling you is that you're a lover of so many things, right? You're a lover of life. You're a lover of experiences. You're a lover of, oh my goodness, just everything. That you're having a hard time deciding, right? That's the problem here. You're having a hard time deciding. You really don't know. There's uncertainty. There's this back and forth, right? And so what ends up happening is that since you can't decide because you love everything so much, life just kind of passes you by, and that paralysis leads to you feeling upset, to you feeling like you're missing something. So very interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the second portion of this reading. We're going to ask the tarot. What exactly is your life purpose? Okay, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to offer us. What is your life purpose? Group number 1. What are you here to accomplish? What are you here to accomplish? Okay. Wow. My goodness. Oof. My oh my. Okay. This is a very interesting spread. And the reason why it's so interesting is because the limitations that you are experiencing right now, this energy of maybe boredom or being held back, it's your destiny to overcome this. And not only is it your destiny to overcome this, but once you overcome this, now you are being tasked with helping other people get over the same thing that you just got over. So we start with the emotional distress. We have here, we have here the Queen of Cups, which just confirms what the Four of Cups has been telling us, right? This Queen of Cups came out reversed. This is someone who unfortunately is very distressed, just emotionally unstable. There's a sense of just feeling just, not complete, right? The Queen of Cups can also lead to depression. There's a sense of muddy waters with this Queen of Cups reversed. And I think that this is a representation potentially of what you are going to help other people overcome, right? So I think that you're going to work with women, mostly women, and you are going to be able to help in this area because I think that you're going to attract a lot of people that have the same kind of attributes and the same kind of energy that you do, lovers of all but unable to make a decision or unable to say, okay, this is the direction I'm taking, I'm going to go ahead and commit to this, right? Without it leading to this emotional distress. And so we have an even bigger confirmation with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords shows us a Viking warrior who is tied to this almost horrific existence, right? This person did something wrong and now they're being punished for it, but they're being punished in the worst way. And ultimately, these are the people that you're going to help. The fact this card showed up reversed tells me that these people have lost themselves. They've given up. They really don't want to continue, right? There's a sense of their minds reaching a breaking point. You are destined to bring them back from the brink of possibly suicide. You're destined to bring people back from the brink of just such distress that it's the kind of distress that destroys people, right? It's the kind of distress that that people pretty much say, I don't want to keep going anymore. What's the point of all this? So potentially for some of you, that has been going on, or maybe you felt that at some point. Four of Cups, Two of Swords kind of gives me that energy, that understanding, and also the fact that you are a lover and that you love so deeply. It can also be a bit saddening, right? The Four of Cups, one of the areas of the Four of Cups that we didn't touch on is sadness. So potentially, some of you are sad for what's going on in the world, sad for humanity, for what's actually happening, for the damage that we've done. Maybe, that's what keeps you in a place of stasis where you don't really know what to do or move or say, because you're a lover, right? And that love is truly powerful. But when you see the true violence and the evil that plagues our world, it tends to put you in a bit of a bind. It puts you in a place of stasis where you can't really, move forward as aggressively or as powerfully as the lovers would demand of you. But I feel like the Eight of Swords reversed shows us an illustration of the people that you are going to help. You are very much going to set yourself free from this bind. Not only are you going to set yourself free, but you're going to be able to help other people avoid that. And then ultimately, those people are going to be able to reach and fulfill something truly dynamic in their lives. And we see it illustrated here so beautifully, right? Because in the Three of Wands, what we have is a merchant. And this merchant, he sent out these camels that you see here in the back that are filled with cargo. Well, he sent those camels out in the Two of Wands, hoping for something to come back. It was a huge risk. And now in the Three of Wands, we see those camels coming back, and they have an abundance of treasure, right? And you have here his employees just presenting him with the treasures that they were able to bring. And there's just a sense of true power, right? This person knows, okay, now I'm able to further expand. Now I'm able to reach a place of success in my life. These are the camels coming back and offering these people exactly what they need. So I get the feeling that you, in your work, you're going to help people overcome this, and it can come through entrepreneurship ventures. Another thing that we see with the Three of Wands is entrepreneurship. This is a merchant, right? This is a person that understands how the system of the world works, how our economic system works, how it operates, how to actually be effective in that economic system, right? So this Three of Wands is very much telling you that you are meant for some kind of entrepreneurship venture. So think of possibly helping these people through a podcast, or maybe think of maybe actually having some kind of practice and having people come and you helping them. So but I feel like in a very powerful way. You're going to be able to assist people through some kind of technology that connects everyone. So think social media, think maybe potentially creator. So, you know, there is a bit of a creative energy and a creative spark here. Even though your true power and your true ability lies in your healing, in your love for people, because you know it's there's a lot of people that do things, right? There's doctors, we have psychologists, there's people that do things to further their career, to further their own gains, but it's very rare to find someone that actually truly cares about someone and wants to truly see that impact and that change. And this is who you are. You know, you're the person that really truly wants to see that change. You wanna look into someone's eyes and see the transformation take place. You're not the doctor that goes to school in order to say that they're a doctor and have the title of a doctor. You don't care about that. You don't care about titles. I think that to you that's somewhat ridiculous, right? That we do things just for the title. And so I think that you're doing it to help and assist people, to help them move forward out of whatever darkness and really just bind that they find themselves in, mental bind. So you're going to help a lot of people on a mental and emotional level. And you are going to be able to overcome your own emotional and your own mental challenges. And I think that one of the reasons why you're seeing those challenges is because you are destined to overcome them and then in turn help and assist, right? Because how can you truly help someone if you haven't at least experienced a piece of these heartaches and this torment, right? So we have more confirmation. We have the Strength card showing up. Here we have the all-powerful Shiva, you know, and she's ready to just take on this poor foe who has no idea. Well, he has an idea. He's got his hands up, so he knows that he's done. He's done for. But what we have here is power, right? What we have here is ability and the fulfillment of something. And so I think that in many ways, you're going to be able to help bring this out of people. The strength that lies inside of people, you're going to be able to bring it out. Now, the fact that the Strength card showed up reversed leads us to further understanding that you are destined to help people come out of a very dark place. You know, I feel like you're going to help people come back from the brink of death to some extent. You know, just think of people that have given up on life and they want to commit suicide or they want to just end it all. You know, that's what these cards are kind of telling me. You know, it's like this depressive energy, this energy of people who feel like nothing is ever going to be good again, or nothing is ever going to be right again, right? There's this nihilism that has taken place in the people that you are going to work with, or you know, the people that you are going to inspire. So in many ways, you are going to be the person that brings these people back and reminds them of what they have inside, right? And what they have inside is just this monster, this tiger, this energy that wants to come out and say, I'm here to make the world a better place. I'm here to move society forward into the light, not into the darkness. And you are going to help these people come to that understanding through your work. And so, my goodness, you know, so I feel like, again, entrepreneurship. So more than likely, you're going to have some kind of following. You're going to grow that following. You're going to use your voice and, you know, potentially you yourself, your energy, you're going to be there because I feel like you're the kind of person that wants to be maybe hands-on. You want to be a part of it. You want to see the change in their eyes, right? So interesting. That is what I see. All right, so let's go ahead and throw some oracles. We're going to go to phase 3 of the reading. And what the oracle cards are going to offer us is advice. Just advice on what, you know, what you should do. Advice potentially on what is, you know, coming. Just advice in general. All right, so let's go ahead and throw some oracles. And let's take a look and see. All right. We're going to start with the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. We're going to throw just one card. All right. And what's the advice, Spirit? Look at that. All right. You are a joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? So this is some very beautiful advice, right? Especially since we know with the Four of Cups reversed that you are feeling a bit bored, distressed emotionally. So this card is reminding you, right? You are a joy seeker. Okay, you are pure joy, and how can you not be when you are when you are being represented by this beautiful lover's energy? Love is joy. Love is happiness, right? I know that there's another element to love, but obviously that is what it is. It's ecstasy, right? It's ecstasy. That's what love is, and so we have here another word. We have joy, right? So make sure that you are in many ways connecting with that joy. Be a joy seeker. And a question that you can ask yourself when you find yourself just feeling a bit down or upset, or well, the question is, what little victories can you celebrate? Right? What little victories can you celebrate? Okay, that is beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next oracle card. This is from the Great Eastern Oracle. Okay, so the Great Eastern Oracle, let's take a look. All right, so we have the card. Let's take a look. All right, so we have here, release the creative genius, unload the weight, and fly to the sky. Oh my goodness. Very powerful card as well, because it ties in so beautifully with the message here. Release the creative genius. You are a creator, right? We saw it. We definitely saw it with that Three of Wands, entrepreneurship. You're going to create something, and I think that you're going to create a community. You're going to create content that people are going to connect with very beautifully. Very much like I'm doing now, right? There's going to be a version of you that does this. This is the wave of the future. This is how we communicate. This is how we make an impact. This is how we are able to just reach, right, those people that are dispossessed and downtrodden. And I think that you crave that connection, and that connection is going to help many people. So there is a weight that needs to be unloaded. We see it in the Two of Swords. We see it in the Four of Cups, right? So you have to unload that weight. There's no easy way of putting this. You have to let it go. Whatever it is that you're going through, whatever emotional distress, whatever mental challenges, you have to let it go. Love yourself. Accept yourself for who you are. You are a creative genius, period. That's it. You are a creative genius. So stop overthinking things. Stop doubting yourself, right? That's another thing that we didn't talk about. The doubt that's constantly plaguing you. There's a lot of doubt. So release the creative genius inside of you. Unload the weight and fly, 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 fly to the skies. Yes, I love that. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the next oracle. We're just going to throw one more oracle card, and let's see what we get. So this is from the Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians oracle cards. Let's see what we get here. All right, you've got Leah, the guardian Leah, and she says to you, stand your ground. My, oh my, what a powerful message. So, I feel like you're on the right track. This is what essentially what this card is telling you. You're on the right track. Group number one, keep moving forward, stand your ground. I think that maybe potentially if you have anyone around you who is belittling you or telling you that you should do this, that you should do that, and it doesn't sit well with your spirit, then stand your ground, right? Make sure that you are communicating effectively to people exactly what you want and how you want it. Don't let other people make decisions for you. You are the creator, and it's time to bring that spark out of you, because that spark is needed in the world. Your love, that ability to love without conditions, is something that we're missing in this world, and we need your voice. So that's what I'm seeing with Leah. Spirit wants you to really just tap into that beautiful lover's energy that is you, right? Wow. All right. So that is what I see here, group number one. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. And don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the reading. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number two, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading. So you picked a very beautiful High Priestess. This is from the Illuminati deck from Kim Huggins. Very beautiful High Priestess. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So what is your life purpose? Now, we're gonna go in phases. The first phase of this reading is going to consist of just finding your attributes, your traits, personality, and then we'll try to gain a little knowledge from that. And the second part, we're going to talk about, we're going to use the tarot to just actually answer the question. What are you, what is your life purpose? And then the third part, we're going to use some oracle cards to give us a little more information, more advice than anything else. So let's get started. Shuffling. We're going to use the Tarot Apocalypsis, one of my favorite tarot decks, and here we go. Who are you? Who are you? Group number 2. Wow. Dual High Priestesses. That is hilarious. Wow. I love these cards. And the reason I love these cards is because, I get the feeling that you are a person who is independent. You're self-made. You're someone who wants to go out in the world and be successful on your own. We see that reflected with the Nine of Pentacles. This is the card of the entrepreneur. We have here a woman who has made her way in the world. She has struggled. She has really shown a lot of strength and ability in her process, and that has yielded incredible results. And we see it here reflected in these 9 pentacles surrounding her. She lives in a very good, very luxurious place, and so there is a sense of true prosperity with this person. Entrepreneurship, venture, success in business in every sense of the word. This is very much you. I think that you're the kind of person that you look at situations, you look at opportunities, and you take action, right? You don't let opportunities pass you by. You act on what is in front of you. You're someone who understands where the true value in the world is, and you pursue it. You pursue it very dynamically, very precisely, and that leads to more gain. So with the High Priestess showing up, it's funny. We have High Priestess right on top of each other. It's definitely something to behold. With the High Priestess, I get the feeling that you are a very intuitive person. Intuitively, you understand certain things that most people just maybe say they just don't have the vision for it, right? I think that there is psychic ability with you, psychic energy. I think that many of the things that happen to you tend to happen and work out, right? There's a lot of things that happen to people and they're completely destroyed by it. They don't know where to go. They don't have the direction. All they can do is just kind of pick up the pieces and hope for the best. But with you, I almost get the feeling that not only are you able to pick up the pieces, but you're able to create something better than what was before, right? You're not going to make that mistake again. And if you do, it's because you wanted to make it, right? Because there's some kind of end goal, or there's something that you're pursuing that requires that. But you are the kind of person that learns from your mistakes, and you avoid mistakes pretty profoundly because your intuitive nature, I think, is just very active. I think that you have a strong belief in yourself, and this is something that makes you a very powerful person, right? You believe in yourself, you believe in your abilities, you believe in what you feel, you believe in just your intuitive nature. You follow your internal compass, and that leads you to wells of bounty, wells of riches. And we see those riches reflected in the Nine of Pentacles. So there's a lot of value to you is what the cards are revealing. Also, there's a lot of wisdom to you as well. One of the things with the High Priestess that we see is feminine power, but also there's a sense of knowing deeper secrets, understanding esoteric knowledge to the point that you're able to use it for your betterment and the betterment of society, right? So there's a sense of reaching a place of understanding, wisdom, and then also very heightened intuitive energy. Okay, beautiful. So I get the feeling you would excel very well. I'm getting ahead of myself, but whatever, I do that sometimes. But looking at these cards, I get the feeling that you would make a really good investor. I get the feeling that you would make a really good serial entrepreneur. or an angel investor, because intuitively you know where to go, where to put your money, how to invest it, what to do. There's a lot of ideas. You're an idea generator. You understand where you can benefit the most from conflict, and we see that conflict here, right? We see this conflict shown here. We have 5 warriors that are trying to bring this mammoth of a beast down, right? And I feel like, what this card is telling us is that your ability to potentially find this conflict and profit from it is truly astounding. And, I don't mean to sound heartless here. Obviously, there's a sense of feeling sad and sorrowful for the limitations of the world, but this is a reading focused on you and your ability. And this is a very powerful one, right? The fact that you are able to you're able to find the conflict that's in the world, or you're able to find the inconsistencies. I don't think conflict is the only word. Inconsistencies in the world. And you're able to look at it from a place of true understanding, which is what the High Priestess offers us, right? The High Priestess offers true understanding of very difficult topics and difficult things to understand that most people honestly don't have the ability to understand. You are able to, very dynamically, and it leads to profitability. It leads to the 9 of Pentacles, right? So whatever this conflict is, you're able to use that to your benefit. And also, you are someone who might have some internal conflicts going on. I think that the 5 of Wands, right, can be talking to us about what is inside. And what is inside, there's a little bit of conflict. Maybe you want to potentially do something else, or maybe potentially you think that there's something even more, there's something deeper, right? And the reason why is because of the High Priestess energy, because the High Priestess understands that there is more to life. The High Priestess is very powerful and truly understanding of very difficult topics, but at the same time, the High Priestess understands that there's more. There's more, right? This is only just a part of the understanding. You walk through the doors that the High Priestess opens up for you, and as you walk through them, you understand that there's more to go, right? The hero's journey is still ongoing. And so I think that with the 5 of Wands, sometimes you're reminded of that, even though, you're someone who is very precise, and you know what you want, and you know how you're going to get it. There's still always that internal conflict that presents itself with the 5 of Wands. And it's always that there's more. So there's doubt as well here showing up. But, these 3 cards, I just want to remind you, before we even move on to the second part of the reading, I want to remind you that you are someone who is incredibly intuitive and incredibly knowledgeable. And there's a sense of knowing with you. There's a sense of knowing. For some of you, this might have happened where, people are telling you a story and you already kind of know what's going to happen, right? Or you are listening to something and then people have no idea, but it's like, this is what's more than likely going to happen, and then it does happen, right? And more often than not, that happens. That happens more often than anyone else can believe, right? You are mostly right about many things, and I think that ability is something that yield incredible results financially. So my advice, just looking at these 3 cards, my advice to you is, if you can, invest, if you can potentially become some kind of investor where you are looking at companies, you're looking at the people running these companies, and you're making a decision to put your money into that company. I think that would benefit you greatly financially, because you have the ability to find the winners in the losers, okay? So that is an ability that you have. All right, interesting. So let's get this reading going. The second phase of your reading, we are going to be talking about your actual purpose, right? So we're going to throw 3 cards, and we're going to see what the tarot tells us that your purpose is in this life. Talk to us, Spirit. Talk to us. Okay. Wow. Wow. This is really something here. This is really something here. Yep. I like it. So I'm just taking a moment to connect with the cards. some very dynamic energies here. Some very dynamic energies. So we'll start with the Ten of Cups. All right. So I think, first off, before we even do that, I think that what the cards are telling us is that you have so much ability, so much power, and knowing that it doesn't matter what you choose to do, you're going to be successful at it. Okay? That's what the cards are telling us. That's what the cards are screaming at us. Now, with the Ten of Cups, we have here a path that you can possibly take. We have here a happy family. We have here so much joy, so much happiness, so much emotional fulfillment, right? Such a beautiful scene. We have what I can assume is husband and wife, the children. We have this celebration for new life. And so I feel like, a lot of you are destined to be very, very good parents, very good mothers and fathers. Just very good parents. And also, it doesn't really have to mean children. It can also mean for the world, for the people around you. You're destined to bring love and light to people, to everyone that you interact with. Okay? And then, it's funny, we have the devil showing up right underneath the Ten of Cups. And I feel like one of the things that you are destined to do is to help people come out of this place of addiction. Right, so the devil's the card of ensnarement, it's the card of addictions, it's the card of people who maybe have disorders of the mind, just disorders in general. But it's, think of someone who's so lost that they just act out, right? They do things against what they should be doing. Or they're destructive in many ways. That's kind of what this devil energy is presenting us. So you're going to help people come out of this dark place. Potentially, you're going to do that for your family, for your friends, for the people, for the immediate people around you. I think that one of the biggest purposes in life for you is to connect very profoundly to the people that are around you very closely, that are that you potentially reincarnated with, or you were destined to meet, to help grow and expand. I think that there's a sense of growing within a community with the Ten of Cups, and you kind of being the person that helps them overcome the darkness that unfortunately it's the part of the human experience with this devil energy. And then, we see the success, we see the overcoming, we see the ability reflected in everything that you're going to do with this Chariot and this Seven of Wands. My goodness, right? So we start with one of my favorite major arcanas, number 7, the Chariot. We have here a scene of a Roman victory, right? This Roman conqueror has just won a great battle, and now he's coming into the city, and he is just being bathe in praise. Everyone's just so happy. There's a sense of true fulfillment, success, and this manifests in you being able to obtain anything that you want in life. So we also see you shining above other people with the Seven of Wands. I see you being a rebel against a system, against a hierarchy. I see you rising up against tyranny. I see you using your voice to impact people in a very powerful way. And the reason I see that is because with this Seven of Wands, we have here a warrior that has risen up. My goodness, the audacity of this warrior, right? He has risen up, and he is telling this person, I will overtake you. I am king. I will take your throne. Challenge me and you will lose. And there's a sense of power with this person. You can even see almost a glowing light coming out of them, because this person knows I will be victorious, and they more than likely will be. And so, we have other people around them. Just some of them are amazed, some of them are in awe, some of them have rallied and they see the ability coming out of this person, so they want to support this person and they want to help this person be as successful as they possibly can be, because they know that person is going to rise above. So, there's a sense of mastery, there's a sense of achievement. We go right back to what is most prevalent here with the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Five of Wands. So I feel like, what the cards are telling you is that you can do anything you set your mind to. And it almost feels like You know what you want. You know how you're going to get it. You just have to do it, right? I just, you don't seem like the kind of person that's lost in life, okay? Even though the Five of Wands is definitely a part of you, where it's internal conflict. I don't know, maybe. Should I do this? Yes, of course I should, right? And also with the Five of Wands, there's this energy of you where you want for things to work out a certain way, maybe even a perfectionist kind of energy. And that sometimes can lead, that perfectionist energy can lead to that struggle and that that chaotic energy that says, I want to be victorious, but it has to be a certain way, right? So that only brings even more conflict. So that's kind of one of your shadows, but you're going to overcome this. As a matter of fact, you need this in order to be able to have the Chariot and the Seven of Wands, which is complete victory and mastery and overcoming and rising above any challenge presented to you. You need to understand what true challenge feels like. And so it's like sometimes you just challenge yourself, you challenge the people around you, you challenge everything, right? You challenge authority, you challenge because it's what you are destined to do. It's what you were born to do. And so in that challenge comes victory. We see it with the Seven of Wands. We see it with the Chariot. One thing to, I feel like the Devil is somewhat of a warning. Group number 2. So I'm going to present you with the warning, okay? You're going to help people reach a place where they are complete, right? They're full. There's no lack, or you're going to help people reach that. But it's important for you to not fall victim to the trap of the devil and the ensnarement of the devil. The devil is the card of abusing some kind of substance, drinking alcohol too much, right? Abusing, whatever other drug or whatever is going to keep you in a place of unhealthiness, of dependency. That's what the devil is. So this is also a warning here, right? And this devil can be very connected to this Five of Wands, where, sometimes you want to fight. And so that fight, sometimes you get burned, right? We do have a warrior here who in his fight, he was brought low, right? So now he's having to take that time out. And so in that time out, in that falling down and taking a moment, make sure that in your life you don't fall victim to this devil. Make sure that you're not ensnared by drugs or medications that you shouldn't be taking. Just things that essentially keep you in a place of dependency and will ultimately break down your body, break down your mind, because you need your body, you need your mind. You are a conqueror, you are a warrior. And you need every ounce of ability. You need every ounce of mental clarity. You need every ounce of physical prowess and physical ability in order to reach the place that you're going to reach. Which, I think that you're going to be someone that excels in business. Okay, you're going to be well off. You're going to have money. You're going to have. You're not going to have to worry about money for a very long time. If you are right now, it's not going to be present for very long. And I think that, for a lot of you, the fact that we've got the Five of Wands showing up as a challenge tells me that this might be an area where you're going to fight and win, right? In the realm of business. All right, so let's move on to phase 3 of this reading, and it's advice. We're going to try and gain some advice from the oracle cards. All right, so let's go ahead and put these cards aside for now. And we're going to start with the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. Let's see what the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards have to offer you. All right. Look at this. My goodness. Yes. Look at that. Your purpose is personal expansion. I mean, what a card to get, right? A card that talks about purpose. Your purpose is personal expansion. What did we talk about in the very first part of this reading, right? 9 of Pentacles. An energy of an individual, right? Personal power. So your purpose is personal expansion. And the question that you should be asking yourself is, how can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose? Powerful stuff. All right. All right, so let's put this down. Let's go ahead and move on to the second card. This is from the Great Eastern Oracle deck. So the Great Eastern Oracle deck. Let's take a look. We're going to throw one card. Okay. And we've got feeling gloomy. Be present for your present moment. Interesting. This is a very strong advice. So sometimes if you're feeling gloomy, right? It's important for you to understand that if you're living in the past, maybe you're feeling a bit depressed. If you're living in the future, there might be some anxiety that comes with that. So the only thing that you have right now is the present moment, right here, right now. And the only thing that you can do right now is be happy, be sure of yourself, and understand that you will have victory. And just walk in that revelation, right? Be present for your present moment is the advice from Feeling Gloomy. All right. All right, so one more oracle card. This is from the Goddess and God's Guardians Oracle deck. All right, so we're just going to throw one card. This is going to be the last one. Let's see what's your final message. What's your final advice from Spirit? Baba Yaga is the guardian that is here to talk to you, and she says, patience, my child, patience. So, I get the feeling that some of you are in the process of building your business. I think that some of you are possibly in the process of reaching some kind of expansion, but first you have to go through a period of instability in order for you to be able to reach that. And now the Five of Wands makes perfect sense, okay? That struggle that is a part of you internally, it's also externally. There's an external struggle, and those external struggles cause that struggle inside to come with the Five of Wands. So I think that with the feeling gloomy being present in your present moment, that's a way to overcome that Five of Wands chaotic energy inside, because it's going to be harder for you to overcome the chaotic energy outside if you can't overcome it inside, right? So this is what the Feeling Gloomy card is trying to bring to light. Overcoming that chaos, that Five of Wands energy inside. And then Baby Yaga is pretty much telling you, hey, be patient. There is going to be a very strong personal expansion, which we see here. There is going to be an overcoming of obstacles, and I think that there's going to be success with business ventures. But it is important for you at this moment in time to be as patient as you possibly can be. Patient with yourself, first and foremost. Patient with the world around you. Patient with just the people that you choose to keep in your company. Just being patient is going to be a very strong asset for you. So patience is key. And, it talks now, this Five of Wands, again, makes perfect sense, right? Because the Five of Wands wants to get things done now. We're going to go and we're going to fight now. This needs to happen now, right? So it's like a control of wanting for something to be done at a certain time. And if not, then we feel even more internally outraged, okay? So that fire can be very consuming. So it's important to temper that fire and understand that patience is very important. Okay, so that is what I see here. Group number 2, a very powerful, beautiful reading. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3, to today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, where we will try and find your life purpose. Now, you picked a very beautiful High Priestess. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that High Priestess right up here. And we are going to start with some tarot. Now, the first part of your reading, we are going to focus on just, your attributes, your traits, and also your personality. We're going to try and see how that ties into your life purpose. So let's go ahead and shuffle. We're going to use the Tarot Apocalypses by Kim Huggins, my favorite tarot deck ever. And let's see, what do we have here? Who are you? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. So, group number 3. There's no easy way of putting this. You've been through a lot of heartache, and I think that that has really molded you into the person that you are today. You've had to overcome a lot of heartbreak. Okay, we see that here with the Three of Wands, the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is such a a powerful card in our lives because it shows us pain, what pain truly looks like, right? We have 3 swords bloodied, and that blood is falling on white flowers, almost as a sign of surrender. Now, the fact that we have it reversed means that whatever darkness has plagued you, whatever heartbreak has been a part of your life, you've actually used that to better yourself. You've used that to increase. You've used that to move forward as diligently as you possibly can. And it's made you into the person that you are today. You've learned from that heartache. You've learned from that chaos. And now, you stand here today with the ability to discern what is good, what is bad, and also with a desire to keep growing and expanding. Where a lot of people, this pain would have destroyed them, it's actually made you stronger. So that is definitely something to talk about. But let's go ahead and take a look at the other cards. We have the Prince of Pentacles and we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up reversed. And I think what this means is that right now you are very early in your development, right? We start with the Prince of Pentacles. The end goal is the Queen of Pentacles, but you're just not there yet. It's been a bit of a struggle to get there, actually, because you've had to overcome a lot. You've had to overcome a lot of heartbreak. I see some of you having to fight against other people, having to fight against your family members, having to fight against life itself in order to be able to move forward and be victorious in half the things that you have, right? So, in many ways, you should take a moment and just look around and feel very proud of what you've accomplished and feel very proud of the pain that you've overcome, because it has been truly, truly great. And so one of the things that I'm seeing here with this Prince of Pentacles, right, is your ability to find where true value is in the world and just pursue it. Prince of Pentacles is someone who's able to offer some very good advice. This is someone who, gets up in the morning and they just want to be as successful as they possibly can be. There's a sense of business savviness with this Prince of Pentacles. Now, the fact that we have here a prince tells us that there's still more ground to cover, but the Prince of Pentacles is someone who's determined, someone who is going to move forward and actually uncover the things that need to be uncovered to be victorious in life. And so, in many ways, there is a strong value to you, and that value is going to, it's going to only grow and turn into something more. And I think that it is going to, in many ways, be this Queen of Pentacles. I think this is where you're headed. This is where you're going. In some ways, the Queen of Pentacles is telling us that right now there might be some areas in your life that need some improvement. Potentially when it comes to your health, right? The Pentacles can be talking about health. So the fact that the Queen of Pentacles shows up reversed might be a warning sign to you that it's important for you to start focusing on your health, exercise, healthy eating, more water. Make sure you're taking your vitamin Ds. Make sure, or just vitamin D. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, right? Make sure that you're taking care of yourself first and foremost. Because and the reason I say that is because heartbreak, this kind of heartbreak right here, has a way of showing up somehow, right? And I think that the fact that the Prince of Pentacles is showing up and the Three of Swords showed up reversed, it's a sign that you've overcome this struggle. But the fact that we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed tells me that there's still an area of your life that is still overcome with that heartbreak, right? It's still almost it's reflecting what that heartbreak did to you. And I think that it's your health, it's your body, it's just what decisions you're making when it comes to food. Maybe potentially there's a desire for you to seek comfort in things that unfortunately are just not good for your health. So that is one interpretation of the Queen of Pentacles. Also, another interpretation is that it could be financial in nature, right? So it could be a warning sign. Maybe you try and seek some kind of therapy through retail shopping, right? That's a normal thing. So you buy things that you really don't need, and then that ends up being a bit of a stress, right? Because when you buy something that's expensive but you don't really need it, and then all of a sudden the glamour kind of dissipates, or you're left with this item which is a constant reminder of what you had to give up for it. And really, it was you only bought it because you were trying to fill a hole at that moment that was left there with this Three of Swords. So, I feel like you are someone who's headed to this path of true stability. I think that in many ways you are someone who's prone for business savvy, right? We've got the Prince of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles that tells us that a part of you is really good in making business decisions. And I think that some of you are in this pursuit. You want some kind of entrepreneurship venture, because this entrepreneurship venture is what's going to bring you fulfillment. And I think that you are in some ways manifesting that right now. The only thing to look out for is that Queen of Pentacles reversed, and we've already talked about what that could be. All right, so let's go ahead and get a little deeper into this reading. Let's see exactly what your purpose is. We're going to throw 4 tarot cards, and we're going to try and gain some knowledge from those cards. So we're shuffling, and here we are. Okay. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? My goodness. You're going to help young girls, okay? You are going to help young women. Young women are going to listen to you. They're going to be inspired by your story. They're going to be motivated by what you've been through, and they are going to be able to see clearly after they've heard from you. My, oh my. Whatever heartbreak you've been through is going to be so beneficial to the world that it's definitely something to behold, right? So we've got here, we start with the Princess of Wands, and I feel that this is a person in your life. This is a person that you are going to help and assist. So in many ways, you're going to bring the element of the Prince of Wands into people's lives. And the Prince of Wands is fire, right? Fire. This is the princess that gets up in the morning and wants to go after anything, right? This is the kind of princess that takes on any challenge. And it's a bit different from the Prince of Pentacles, because the Prince of Pentacles is someone who wants to take on the challenges of the world, but they do it in a very conservative kind of way. They also do it in a way where they're not disturbing anyone else. It's a very individualistic kind of energy. But with the Princess of Wands, there's an expansion of energy. There's a desire to connect. There's a desire to move forward. I mean, this princess has wings because she at some times can literally fly, right? And so, in many ways, this is also an aspect of you, and something that you want to bring into your life. But in the process of you bringing this energy into your life, you're going to be able to bring it out of other people in their lives, right? And that's what's going to, in many ways, bring you to a place of fulfillment, okay, and purpose. You're going to bring that Princess of Wands out of, and the fact that we've got 2 young women here, tells me that you are going to work with young women in some area, some capacity. Maybe you didn't plan for it, but young women are going to be drawn to you, okay? They're going to come to you. They're going to listen to your story, and they're going to know, wow, I've gone through that. That is terrible. If she's still standing after all of that darkness and all of that terribleness, I'm going to listen to this person, right? That there's something to her technique, and you are a conqueror. You are going to be able. You are someone who has conquered the darkness that lies outside, and now you're going to be able to help people conquer the darkness that lies inside, as well as outside. And so what that leads is to this kind of artistic muse-like energy with the Princess of Cups. What we have here is a princess who's artistic, who's in love with the world, who's in love with the beauty of the world, who can see the beauty of the world, right? And potentially you're going to help people see that, because when they listen to when they listen to you and when they hear your story, they're going to say, wow, I appreciate what I have. I appreciate the beauty that's around me, my upbringing, my parents. I appreciate them now more than ever, because if group number 3 can go through that darkness and still be here standing telling me that, hey, it gets better, hey, don't give up, then who am I? I haven't lived through that, right? So they're going to gain an appreciation for what you have gone through. And they're going to, in many ways, find themselves. They're going to find that creative talent inside of them. One thing about the Princess of Cups, she's very artistic, she's very creative, and she is a muse to a lot of people. She inspires other people to be the best version of themselves. So you see how this turns into this cycle of just growth and beauty for the world, where you are able to bring out that Princess of Wands out of people, that fire out of people. You're able to bring this Princess of Cups, and it will only seek to further expand our awareness and our consciousness, right? And our ability to just love as dynamically as we possibly can. In a world filled with hate and chaos, you are going to show up as a beacon of light to these people through your stories. You're going to share your stories. You're going to share what you've had to go through, and you will be able to inspire and uplift a generation of youth, of young women that are going to look to you. My goodness, your purpose is really, truly phenomenal. All right, so the High Priestess shows us a little more, okay? Because in many ways, you are going to take on the role of the High Priestess in this world, in this physical plane, right? You're going to take on that role. And the High Priestess is, in many ways, I mean, my goodness, what word can I use for this beautiful major arcanum? She is, in many ways, the energy of enlightenment. She is the energy of understanding. She is the energy of future growth, but it comes through esoteric knowledge and an understanding of darkness and light like no one else can truly understand it. And so with that comes this unveiling, this walking through the doors and coming to a completely new place in life. And so in many ways, that's what you're going to be in this world. You're going to be the High Priestess of this world, on this physical world. And so with the Death card reversed, I feel like the Death card reversed is telling you that a lot of the people that are going to gain knowledge from you and understanding and be inspired by you are people that don't even want to change, right? These are people that didn't even know that they needed this. You're going to be able to go deep into people's almost psyche. You're going to be able to go deep into people, right? And bring out of them something that they didn't even know they had. Okay, this is what's going to be able to, bring them to this place, to the Princess of Wands, to the Princess of Cups. There's this ability that you're going to tap into that's going to seem magical to a lot of people, and it's that magic that's going to draw them into you. That's going to, get them to lend an ear to you. And that will just bring about that kind of change. Okay? Wow. All right. So I'm taking a moment just to see if I can connect with these cards just a little more, because there's definitely more here. One thing to consider, there's a lot of people showing up. Okay? We've got the Prince of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got 4 people showing up here. These 4 people can be people that are essentially around you, that are going to help you and assist you in your goals and in your purpose. But also, I feel that these are the people that you are going to help. You're going to help many people. There's numbers and numbers just showing up here. So what I feel that the death card is really trying to tell us is one word: forevermore. So you know how sometimes you listen to a message and you say, okay, that's great, I'm changed, I feel changed. But then, life throws some obstacles at you and you completely forget that message, right? And now you're back in the trenches and you're back taking on enemy fire, and you don't really understand why, right? Why are you feeling this way now? Well, with the death card reversed and that key word that came into my mind, forevermore, whatever knowledge you're going to bring into this world, whatever it is that you're going to do, it's going to be lasting. It's going to be a lasting impression for the people around. The people around you are going to be dynamically transformed by you. And there isn't going to be any way that they can go back to their old ways after they've had a sit down with you, after they've listened to what you've had to say and give to them. They will forever be transformed. And the reason why I'm saying that is not only the death card, but it is very much the high priestess, right? It's the walking through those doors. Once you walk through those doors, that's it. You are a completely different person. That is what you were destined to do. You're destined to bring that out in people. Wow. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move through to phase 3 of this reading, and it's the advice portion of the reading. So for that, we're going to use some oracle cards. We're going to see what the oracle cards have to reveal to us. So let's go ahead and put this aside for now. And we're going to start with the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle. All right, so let's shuffle and let's see what the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle has to say to us. You just got 2 cards. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, you just got 2 cards. Interesting. So we'll start with the first one. Turn your worry into wonder. Surrender to the experience. And the question that you can ask yourself is, what possibilities can you dream into reality? My oh my. That's a very direct advice, huh? Very direct. I don't even need to go recap that. Let's see what the next advice is from the oracles. You are the image maker. What you focus on manifests. What thought pattern do you need to shift? My goodness. So let's sit with those 2 cards for a little bit. It's funny, 34 and 35, and then trust me, that deck has been shuffled. So it almost feels like there's a process here, right? The oracle cards are saying, this is a process. This is step 1, step 2, and let's make sure not to miss any steps. So with 34, we get the feeling, we get this sense that you are the person that's going to be able to create this world. You're going to create this place where these young people are going to be able to dwell, and they're going to be able to gain the knowledge necessary, right? So you are in many ways a creator of worlds. We live in a time where it's very easy to create a world, right? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. Social media, YouTube channels, you create an online presence, you're creating a world, you're creating a community where people can come and be a part of it, right? So you are a creator. It's important for you to create that community as soon as possible, whatever you feel drawn to. You are that image maker. So what you focus on manifests. So make sure that you are focused on building what you want to build. Don't focus on the worries, because with number 35, we see that here, right? Turn your worry into wonder. So there's worry, right? So you're the image maker, and you're being told to take a step, move forward, do it, right? Take charge. Focus on what you want, and it will manifest for yourself. The problem is that if you're focused on worrying, that's what you're going to manifest, right? So we see how number 34 leads to number 35 really easily. So what's the solution? Well, turn your worry into that wonder. Surrender to the experience. All right, let's go ahead and keep these oracle cards coming. So we're going to throw an oracle card from the Great Eastern Oracle deck. We're just going to throw one card. And here we are. The message is, turn frustration to success. Heroes are conquerors of pain. My goodness. My goodness. Group number 3, you're being reminded of who you are. Okay, you are being reminded of who you are right now, and that is very interesting. That is very interesting. Because, this card is telling you, hey, you are frustrated. Okay, we see it, we know it, you're frustrated. There's a frustration that's taking root in you. And, the Queen of Pentacles is definitely, the Queen of Pentacles reverse is definitely an understanding of that frustration, right? That frustration can take many forms, but this oracle card is confirming it. There is frustration, but it's important for you to turn that into success. So how can you do it? Well, don't worry so much. Be in the present moment as much as you can. If you're living in the future, you're prone to anxiety. If you're living in the past, then you're prone to depression. So if you're living in the moment presently, then you're just filled with love for that present moment, right? So remember, heroes are conquerors of pain. You are a hero. Group number 3, okay? You are a hero. You are here to share your story. You are here to bring people up in such a dynamic and powerful way. You are here to lift them up. You are here to be the Tony Robbins. Right? The Tony Robbins of our time for the next generation. That was a joke, okay? But you get the point. The point is that you are going to use your voice, you're going to use your resources, and you're going to use that energy that is a part of you to bring people into a place of true serenity and power, and for them to connect with their ability. And it's like, you have to believe it. I think that the oracle cards are telling you have to believe it. Heroes are conquerors of pain, and you are a hero because you've conquered a tremendous amount of pain, and here you are today standing firm. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the last oracle card. This is from the Goddesses, Gods, and Guardians oracle cards. So let's shuffle. And here we are. We've got here Oshun. Sweet success, my goodness, is going to be yours. Yes. Oshun is telling you that power is going to be with you. You will breathe out success. You will inhale victory. It is all yours. Oshun is here to remind you of just how sweet it's going to feel when you reach that pinnacle, right? When you climb that mountain and you reach the very top of that mountain, you're able to look around you and you're able to see all of the beauty and all of the wonder. That feeling that you're going to get when you're on top of that mountain is going to be so sweet. And Oshun is here to tell you, hey, keep moving, keep striving. You're almost there, kid. Yes, I love this. All right. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I sure did. Let me know down in the comments section what you thought. Thank you once again. I love you all. Bye-bye.